And then the last thing I want to do is tell you Grandpa's story. Grandpa goes to the church. And he says, "Church, I need coats for my 3 grandkids." And so the church goes to their body and they announce it and they tell the sizes. And the church rallies and the church gets coats in those sizes and they give them to Grandpa, and they helped Grandpa. They met that need. Grandpa goes to the church and the church says, "We would love to help you and we'd like you to call Love Inc. and tell them your story." And so Grandpa calls the Love Inc. office and he gets the volunteer and he says, "I need coats for my grandchildren." And the volunteer says, "I'll make a note of that. But tell me, what's going on? Why do you need coats for your grandkids?" "Well, my daughter's a meth addict. And she just got put in jail, and the state just gave me my 3 grandchildren, and I'm going to have them for 3 years." "Oh. And you needed coats because it's winter time, huh?" "Yeah, they needed coats." "But were you ready for them? What did they come with? What about clothing?" "My daughter hadn't cared for them for a long time, so they had very few clothes. I've been scrambling. I'm finding clothes." "You know, we have clothing banks. I'm going to note in your file, and maybe we could help with some clothes too. So tell me about your situation. 3 kids, how's that fit into your home?" "Well, they're on the floor. They're in sleeping bags right now. But they're getting by. They're pretty little. It's okay." "Well, Grandpa, you know, we have a furniture ministry. Maybe we can find out more. Maybe we could bring in some bunk beds or some bedding or something. We're going to note it in the file that they're on the floor in sleeping bags. 3 years is a long time." "How about food? We know what kids do. I'm on Social Security. I'm on limited income. I can't believe how much kids can eat. Roman noodles are going to be it, I think, for the next 3 years. That's all we can afford." "Well, you know what? We can steer you to some food banks, and we can give you the numbers and get you hooked up with the government resources that are going to be able to help give you food for the time that you're going to have those kids. So we'll note that in the file about the food." "So are the kids, what about the 2 that are in school?" "Well, I haven't had kids in school forever, and I had to put them into new schools. And do you know, both schools handed me a list of supplies that I had to furnish for those kids to go into school." He said, "I'm just starting to just wonder, what in the world am I going to do with all the stuff it's taking to just take care of these 3 little kids? And they're so upset without Mom." "Well, you know, we have a school backpack program, so I'm just going to note it here that you have a need of school supplies. And you know, I looked at where you live, and there's a church right down from you, and they have an amazing Wednesday night children's program. Would you be interested in that church calling you about some more information? Maybe those kids could meet some friends close to you, help you with that." "Tell me, Grandpa, how you doing?" "I'm overwhelmed. My wife passed away years ago. I was just kind of getting by before the kids came. I'm brokenhearted about my daughter. I don't know what I'm going to do." "You know what? We have some counselors if you want to talk to somebody. We'll have people that would come and help you. Grandpa, we want to help you in this. We want to be here for you. Can I pray with you?" Grandpa got help both times. That's the defining difference. You don't hear the story, you don't get the opportunity.